Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be taking a look at some more brand new hidden details and secret features from the Gunrunning DLC trailer, including bunker locations, vehicle upgrades, and so much more that you probably missed at a first glance. So I guess you can consider this part 2 of me breaking down the trailer. My video yesterday covered a lot, but I still wasn't able to find everything, and with your help and with a bunch of research being done, there's so much more that has been uncovered. So let's start with the bunker locations first, because it looks as if we might have two brand new locations. So the first of which was shown off in two different spots in the trailer. That's right, it was shown off in like the first 5 seconds at nighttime. You can see like two little sequences right there. That was the first time this location was shown off. And then the second one was shown off right here, where the weaponized Dune buggy was being loaded into the back of the MOC. A lot of people think that these are different locations. They're not. They're actually one in the same. And I'm going to show you guys where that is right now. So it is right next to the prison, believe it or not. So we've got a bunker right next to the prison. The reason we're able to confirm this location is for a couple reasons. Number one, the mountain in the background. Number two, the water tower, which is located inside of the prison. And number three, the house that is located just off to the left. And you can see they're facing this direction right here. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty isolated spot, just like in the middle of the woods, in the middle of this field right here. So I guess that's a pretty good spot for a large bunker hatch to be appearing out of the ground. And if you're wondering the angle of the second shot, well, it's facing this direction right here. So you can see the windmills in the background right here, just like you can see the windmills in the background, as well as that shed that featured in the background too. The only thing that was different was the gasoline or propane canister was not there in the trailer. So I wonder if that got removed during a cutscene or if that's going to be removed from the area in general, because that's where a bunker spawn is going to be. And we can also tell based off of the direction of the sign too, how it's facing a different way from the angle in which we saw in the first little bit. So that right there is the first bunker location, and the second bunker location we could possibly get actually comes from the artwork of Gunrunning. I didn't even know that this existed until someone tweeted this at me, but this is pretty cool. This is the Gunrunning artwork, and we're going to break down all of it, but look off to the left. You can see there is a bunker that is opening up, and in its background, we can actually see some pretty cool things. We see like the giant airplane scrapyard, the wind farm, a whole bunch of stuff. So I wonder if that is where another bunker location is. And if we go to that place on the map right now, you can see on the right, we've got the junkyard with the Fly US plane that's been like sawed in half. So would it be located like right here, right on the side of the highway? That could actually be another pretty cool location. So from what I've gathered so far, we actually have 3 bunker locations, if this one is correct, and all of them seem to be in the Grand Sonora Desert, or at least pretty close to it. This one right here, located next to the Grand Sonora Desert, the one we just looked at above the prison, and then the original one that is just west of Trevor's airfield that was revealed in one of the first sets of screenshots. So that's pretty cool. It looks as if for now we know 3 bunker locations, so that's really cool. And it looks like we'll have at least a couple options to choose from as far as where we want our HQs to be. Now, staying on the artwork, let's take a look at some of the things here that I think are pretty cool. So starting with our character, I think that is a new haircut and a new beard, like a new mustache. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like a slicked back mullet sort of look, and the mustache is pretty cool as well. I like that, and I wonder if those are going to be new sunglasses too. He's holding the Mark II assault rifle, one of the ones we can upgrade. It also looks like he has a new tattoo on his forearm. Again, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if the shirt or body armor that he's wearing is new. Again, we'll have to find out if that is indeed the case. We also get new looks at the weaponized buggy, the APC tank, as well as the MOC with the armored weaponized Tampa being loaded into the back. So I guess that confirms 2 vehicles that can go inside the MOC so far, the Dune buggy and the Tampa. As in the trailer and in this artwork, we've only seen those 2 vehicles be able to go inside. I mentioned in a video earlier that some vehicles may not be eligible to go inside due to their size, so it might only be limited to just a couple. If we focus on the girl, one of the things that I can make out is a new clip for the sniper rifle here. So that's the heavy sniper rifle. I also wonder if that's the new thermal sight that's going to be applied to this weapon, possibly a new muzzle and barrel as well. And then we get our guy in the Juggernaut suit too, which was actually featured in the trailer, but I thought that that was pretty interesting that they decided to put that on the artwork as well. So I wonder if that has any significance. Now let's move on to some more things from the trailer. One of the things that actually caught my eye is it looks as if you're going to be able to customize the light color of the inside of your bunker. So in the bunker screenshots, it's actually yellow, or at least there was like a yellow hue coming off of the wall. However, in the trailer, the walls are blue. So I wonder if that's like the difference between locations, or if that's going to be the difference in the sort of customization you're going to be able to do inside of your bunker. Regardless, I thought that that was pretty cool. Another thing I completely missed from the breakdown the other day is new sets of half masks. These are really cool. So it seems as if Rockstar is going to be building off of what they did with import-export. Some of the masks honestly look like they're Bane's masks from Batman, which is actually really cool, but that does seem to be a very popular theme. Rockstar building off what they did well with import-export, and the half masks are certainly going to be those. And as far as the other like Predator sort of mask goes, the ones that can be seen in this screenshot right here, it's a weird kind of mask. It's like a head hood with a mask on top of it, because you can see behind it isn't their face. It's like a black veil almost. So that is an interesting thing that I did not pick up on. I just thought he was wearing like a long black shirt or something like that, but that is something interesting about the masks. It looked like we're gonna have lots of different variations and combinations with them. Moving on, I think the trailer actually revealed a lot about the types of new missions we're gonna be getting. So just like with the import-export trailer, most of the shots we've seen, in my opinion, were from the weaponized vehicle missions. So hear me out here. The first one we get is the Tampa versus Merryweather. I think that's going to be a weaponized vehicle mission with the armored Tampa, as we're kind of driving through like the docks in the Bugstar area, so that's pretty cool. The next weaponized vehicle mission, I believe, is going to have to be the rocket bikes jumping out of the cargo plane. We're going to have to be doing something with that, and then eventually making our way to the city, as that's where we finish up. We also have the weaponized Dune Buggy versus the Lost MC. That's also going to be another weaponized vehicle mission. It looks as if we've got a new weaponized vehicle mission with the Mini Insurgent and possibly the Juggernaut Suit. Now, the reason I'm including these two together is because they take place at the same spot, which is LSIA. And then there also could be a vehicle mission that involves the MOC versus Technicals, which can be seen taking them out right here. So if the import-export trailer was any indication as to what they're showing off, it's the vehicle missions. And I think that's exactly what we see in this trailer right here. There was a little bit of free mode stuff, but for the most part, I think everything we saw was either cutscenes or missions. Now, one thing I completely missed from the back of the MOC looked to be modified turrets that are on the back. So this thing is going to be really well protected. So check out this shot right here. Look towards the top of the trailer. You can see two almost weaponized turrets that are just hanging there. That's pretty cool. So I wonder if we're going to be able to control those from the back and the front, or if those are going to be automatic, or someone's going to have to control the back, someone's going to have to control the front. I just thought that was pretty cool right there. Now, I want you guys to take a listen to this. I think that gunrunning could be the new best way to make money here in Grand Theft Auto Online by a long shot. So take a listen to what Agent 14 actually has to say.
You want to make real money? Dirty little secret for you. It's in arms.
So he mentions profit by selling arms. Rockstar have gone out of their way on the Newswire posts and now with what Agent 14 says to mention the words profit, money, all sorts of stuff like that. So I've said this before, but even though I think gunrunning may be one of the most expensive updates of all time, it looks as if Rockstar is hinting that this is going to be one of the most profitable and lucrative updates of all time, meaning that the missions you do are going to be extremely worth your time and can make you an absolute ton of cash. That's just kind of the hint and vibe that I got going from there, but I did think that was pretty cool. Moving on to this shot right here, this has sparked a lot of controversy in the community. What is the guy in the background shooting in the mine shaft right now? Is it a rocket? Is it a flare? Is it an RPG? A lot of people are wondering what it is. Some people are assuming that it's the cut weapon, the XM25 airburst rifle, and I'm not entirely too sure what it is. Now, one thing we can see is the shell actually flying by the face of our character in the shot right there. So I wonder if that gives away what it is. To me, it seems less like an RPG and more like a grenade of some sort. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. What weapon did this guy fire? I don't think it was a flamethrower like some people said, and it doesn't look as if it's an RPG now. So what is this thing that was actually fired here? If you know, be sure to let us know in either the comment section down below or tweet at me as well. Now, one thing I thought was pretty funny while Agent 14 was driving around our bunkers is a sign that can actually be seen in the background that either looks to be like no ice skating or no boots or no running. It's just a circle with a dash through it with a boot. And like I said, I don't know if it's an ice skate or a boot or whatever, but that's a sign inside of our MOC. So I wonder what the person who built the bunkers doesn't want us doing. But anyways, I thought that was pretty interesting. And last but not least today, we have some information from Mach 1 Bud, giving us some pretty cool details on what's going to be happening in the gun running update. So all these posts coming up are from Mach 1 Bud. He says, in case it isn't obvious yet, we're getting 6 weapons to get upgrades, 8 missions for special vehicles, the 13th is the release date, and 17 vehicles total. No new weapons, no aircraft, no hunter. So that's pretty interesting right there. And I believe those new weapons are the assault rifle, the carbine rifle, the combat MG, the heavy sniper, the combat PDW, and then either the pistol or the heavy pistol. It was kind of hard to tell from the trailer. And Mach 1 Bud also confirms that those 17 vehicles are not all going to be released at once, and that those include drip feed content. So with import-export, we got 8 special vehicles at the launch and 4 regular vehicles. So I would imagine it would be somewhere along the lines of the same thing. We're going to be getting 8 weaponized vehicles and then probably 4 civilian cars at the start too. Mach 1 also says the missiles on the bike can lock on, IDK if that's obvious or not. And then he says, I've heard mentions of hollow point bullets, IDK how or what weapons or whatever. So that's pretty cool. The rocket bikes are going to have sort of Ruiner 2000 style missiles, which you might like or not like. And we could also be getting hollow point weapon upgrades for our guns. Now that is actually pretty awesome. Mach 1 also goes on to say that the Bunker Caddy is definitely one of the 17 vehicles. So even though 17 is a lot, it doesn't seem as if we're going to be able to get overly hyped for all of them, as Rockstar consider even minute things like this vehicles. He also goes on to say there's only one APC and there's only one anti-air /SAM trailer, and the MOC trailer does not count as a vehicle. And speaking of the MOC, Mach 1 also confirms that it will automatically come with the bunker, and that the opening cutscene is what we're seeing in the trailer. You can purchase it like a regular vehicle, but he doesn't know if it will be Pegasus or not. But anyways, that's all the information that I have for you guys in this video today regarding the gun running DLC and everything we missed from the gun running DLC trailer. As always, if you think I missed something, let me know in the comment section down below or tweet at me and say, hey, Mr. Boss, you missed this. I think this is important. I think this is interesting. We all benefit from that. So go down on Twitter and let me know if I did. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.